Hello my fellow humans, my name is Gabby if you're new to the channel, and today we're talking about the universe, letting the universe guide you, and also just this incredibly weird yet exciting and miraculous yet really confusing human experience. Today is Monday and I am having a weird day. The best way that I can describe it is I am having a very human day. My emotions are really weird. I feel sort of sad but happy and grateful, but it feels like I could just break down crying any second now. I feel defeated a little bit. I feel like I am behind, or like I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. I also realized that for me, I expect out of life every single day to be like very exciting, and I have a lot of things going on, and it's like, oh my God, overwhelming with all the activities. So when it's a slow day or just a calm day, I go insane because I need to learn how to enjoy the simplicity of life, right? There's this thing called, I don't remember exactly the word, but a lot of Olympic athletes talk about it. When you are used to this high of like excitement, when Olympic athletes go and they train and they train and then they go to competitions and it's like all the emotions are high and it's excitement and everything's heightened. But then when they retire, a lot of athletes face depression because they don't know how to go about everyday life and just be calm, like enjoy the simplicity of life without any of the highs or crazy events happening. So I feel like that's my, not gonna say problem. I feel like that's something that I'm working on, enjoying the simplicity of life, and I don't have to have a million things going on every day for it to be a good day. Having said that, I am just embracing my emotions and how I feel. I feel like I had an incredible week last week and I was super positive. I was crushing my workouts. This morning, I just feel low energy and sort of sad and mellow, and yeah, it's a weird day. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about letting the universe guide you. Now, I believe that no accident is an accident. Everything happens for a reason. We are always where we are supposed to be. We meet people that we're supposed to meet. And a story that I want to share with you is a couple of weeks ago, I was interviewing an incredible creator, and it's a part of a project that I'm going to be releasing in September. But I was interviewing an incredible creator and we were meeting on Thursday. On Monday, I was brainstorming locations where I could take him and where we could like sit down and have the interview. And out of nowhere, I remembered this park called the Teardrop Park, and it's downtown. And I texted him Monday evening and I was like, hey, we can meet here. He's like, okay, cool, awesome. So I started working, as most of you know, as a videographer, content creator. So I have some freelance clients and I'm also working on getting more freelance clients. So what happened was we went and we met up at 1 p.m. at the Teardrop Park, did the interview, lasted about half an hour. It started lightly drizzling, and then I had another interview scheduled at 6 p.m. So I didn't know if I should go home or if I should stay in the city and just wait around till 6 p.m. and then go to another location for my interview. I was walking from the Teardrop Park, so let me give you a visual. So if this is the Teardrop Park, wait, let me do it this way. You're welcome. If this is the Teardrop Park, right, I had to go to the subway station that was here, right? So I was walking like this, I was walking down a couple of avenues, and then out of nowhere, I decided to take a right and go instead this way. Don't ask me why, I can't explain it. I was just walking, and last second I was like, you know what, let me take a right. So I took a right, and then after a block I took a left again, and I was walking on the right side of the street. And then as I was about to cross the street, I realized that that side of the street was closed off because they were fixing the road. So I had to change to the left side of the street and then continue walking straight. So I changed sides, I keep walking straight, then I'm passing by this cafe, and I look to the left and I see this guy, Daniel, and me and Daniel did this personal development program back in March. We were together in a group for like 2 or 3 months. So I went over and I was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh my God, how's it going? Haven't seen you in such a long time. I was like, yeah, me too. I was like, I never run into people. I was like, it's so crazy that I run into you. I was like, why are you standing outside? He's like, oh, I just went outside to get some fresh air. He's like, my business partner is inside, and I looked inside and we kind of like waved at each other. Never met the guy, right? So then we we go inside. He's like, oh, do you want to like sit down? I was like, yeah, I'll get some coffee. So I went in, I meet his business partner, Phil, and we all start talking. And it was crazy because Phil asked me, he's like, what do you do? And I was like, well, I make videos. I still have a couple of like personal training clients, but I'm transitioning into like being a videographer. And he was like, no way. I just wrote down that I need a 2 to 3 minute video made for like this business that I'm working on. And I looked at him and I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, I swear to God, I just wrote it down. And he opened an Excel file and it had written down 2 to 3 minute video. And I looked at him and I told him, this is the craziest thing. Like the universe like brought us together. Now thinking about the amount of like accidents that had to happen for this to happen, then again, there's no such thing as accidents, but I had to come up with this location where I'm going to meet this creator. On Monday evening, I came up with the location. I had to decide that it's 1 p.m. at this specific place. The interview had to last exactly 30 minutes. I had to walk back out of nowhere. I had to take a right, and then like the road was closed off on the right side of the street, and then I had to change sides. Like if not me deciding to, first of all, have the interview at the Teardrop Park, second of all, me not deciding last second out of nowhere to take a right turn, then the road being closed off. If the road wasn't closed off, I would have just gone straight. I would have never looked to the left because the cafe was on the other side of the road. And then he, at that moment, while I was walking there out of nowhere, had to decide and go stand outside the cafe just to, what, get some fresh air? You know, like you can't make stuff up like this. Like even we as humans, you just can't plan anything so meticulously. The universe is always taking care of us. Everything is in the divine's hands, in the universe's hands. Like we are being led. You can call it God, you can call it angels, you can call it life, you can call it, universe, your higher self. It doesn't matter, but we are always guided. And when we surrender and we don't go against that flow, we just out of nowhere decide to do things. Like, oh, out of nowhere, I decided to take a right turn. I don't know why. I wasn't thinking about it. And that's the thing. When you're working with the universe, you need to get out of your head, because nothing happens up in your head. I feel like it especially interferes. So often we have gut feelings and we have really strong feelings in our heart or in our gut that I really should do this thing, or you know what? I really don't feel like I should go to this place. And we need to trust our gut feelings. We need to trust our feelings, what our body is trying to tell us, but also where the universe might be, nudging us to go. And yeah, so I wanted to share this story with you because yeah, we met and then we chatted and they both were incredible. And then my friend David left and me and Phil kept talking, and I met a new incredible person who needs some video work done. I mean, you can plan stuff like that. And as I said, no accident is an accident. So whenever I feel confused or just like conflicted, a little bit like today, I just like to say a mantra: universe, I am here, guide me, show me where I need to go and what to do and what to say. Because, I might be focusing on like silly things or silly problems that are happening at the moment, but the universe and life always knows the bigger picture, right? And also it plans everything out. Like what's meant to be will be meant to, wait a second. What's meant to be will be. That's not even a question. You will be where you're supposed to be at the right time, at the right place. You'll meet the right people. And I am reminding you this because I am reminding this to myself. Up to this point, how I've gotten here, what I've been doing, it's all just like little nudges. You can look back in your life 2 or 3 years back and see how many small instances or like small coincidences happened for you to get to where you are today. So whenever you are in doubt, whenever you feel like you are overwhelmed or don't know what to do, let the universe guide you. Just let the universe guide you. And I love to play this game where sometimes I will go into the city with a friend of mine or by myself and just, let the universe guide me the whole day. Kind of have like an intuition day where I have zero plans. I don't know where I'm going and I will stumble out of nowhere, onto like amazing people or like cute shops or, it's just really fun. And we need to come back to our bodies and feeling. We need to come back to our senses, our gut feelings, our our intuition. It's so, so, so powerful, and it's always there. But so often we just become so distracted with these things that we don't even focus and feel our own body and our own intuition and our gut feeling. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm feeling a little bit off today, but you know what? That's life. I had an exciting, amazing week, so I can't expect to have every single week like this. Just like seasons, just like yin and yang, and dark and light, and positivity, negativity, we need to balance it out. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let the universe guide you. Trust it, and surrender it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.